Hey everyone, welcome back to Wicked Tarantulas here with Felicia. So, as you see, Mama's still in there with her babies, but I'm actually going to take care of that here very shortly. So we have a lot of cold weather approaching very quickly, and down here in Ohio, they're predicted to be one of the worst winters so far. We'll see if the weatherman's right. You know, things can change, but we didn't have a very bad winter last year, so yeah, it's due. So, I'm going to get Mama out today, and I'm actually going to prolong the hatching because I still have yet to get everything I need for all the babies. So there is a thing you can do to prevent the babies from hatching, and then when you're ready for them to hatch, you pull them out a month or two before and they will hatch accordingly. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put them in a container that is not airtight in your fridge, and you leave them in there as long as you want, and then a month or two before you want them to hatch, you'll pull them out, because these things typically start hatching anywhere between 3 and 10 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to be releasing just about every single one of them back out into the nature, and currently with how our weather is fluctuating, I would not be able to release these guys because it's going to be so frigid cold. They would die if I let them go outside, and I'm not letting that happen. So inside of their egg sac, they are well protected with what their mother has created for them. So typically when they're out in the cold in the wintertime, they don't hatch. It's like a freezer mechanism, so to speak. So I am going to take her out. I am going to take the screen out, and I'm going to take the leaf out that it's connected to. I do have a container that I am going to put them in, and I'm going to refrigerate them. I'm beginning to think that she's getting ready to drop another egg sac. If you look at her belly's round again, okay? And I did feed her lavishly this morning, but I'm going to be looking for the movement in her abdomen to see if there could potentially be another sac getting ready to be made. And if there is, I'll just do the same thing. I'll just refrigerate it again in a non-airtight container, and then when the weather comes back that's suitable, I will be taking them outside and I will be releasing them. I am going to keep about 4 of them, and I will have everything prepared for them. So I want to make sure that I can ensure that they are going to thrive at the right time. And I'm going to probably release my male back into the nature today. I'm going to try to get one more feeding video on there. That way he can get out in nature and do what he was intended to do, and then she'll eat them. And that way we can have as many babies as we want. Like I said, these Chinese mantis are all over my area. They're very common to be found over here where I live. So yeah, so it's nothing big, but right now I no longer have a purpose for the male, and I don't want to keep him from his duties. So I'm hoping when I release him, he'll be able to do what he was intended to do, and hopefully not get eaten, which is highly unlikely. She's probably going to eat him, whoever he mates with. I don't know what this praying mantis is doing right now. It's acting a little suspicious, and there's nothing up there. So I think it's just checking something out. It assumes it's there. Don't mind my water marks on the exhibit. I'm actually getting ready to set her up a new exhibit so I can get her in there, get the babies put in the fridge, and then I will catch you guys on the next clip where I'm hopefully able to feed the male, and yeah, just see where else this video goes. See you guys there. Alright, so before I can get her out and safely get the egg sac out, I'm going to feed her so I can slightly distract her, so I'm not trying to focus on both of them at the same time. And I'm trying to find my camera. And I bought mealworms too, and I think that they mated and they bred in the exhibit. My camera doesn't want to focus. These things are super tiny. I have really tiny ones, and these weren't in there a couple days ago. So yeah, I think I have baby mealworms starting super worms, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, I'm going to put this one back. So yay, I think I have baby mealworms now. So I'm going to attempt to get her to take this mealworm, this big, ugly, creepy mealworm that I cannot grab. Alright, so she's right there. And she got it. I try to be easy with the tongs on the glass because she doesn't like the sound of the tongs on the glass. And she goes into complete defense mode. So yeah. So I'm not trying to spook her very much. So yeah, she's going to spin around. I'm hoping she'll go down because if she goes down, I can cut that leaf. I don't want to accidentally cut her because she does like to move a lot. So yeah, this is what we're doing. You can see my baby's reflection. I'm trying to eyeball it out. So now that she's eating this thing, it'll take her a little bit. So I will be able to... She's biting the stick. Honey, you are biting the stick. Honey, you are biting the stick. You are not even biting... There you go. Now you're biting it. I don't even think she realized that she was biting the stick. Trying to block the reflection a little bit, but yeah, it's not going to help. And my tripod doesn't want to cooperate today. My tripod actually broke on me a couple times this morning. No, stupid tripod. See if I can get a nice close-up. Look at her little... Oh, you can see it being pulled. Ew. Pretty cool though, but yeah, that looks gross. Okay, I think she's starting to go down. And if I can get her to go down, then I can start this process. I just don't want to... I'm not trying to mess with Mama. My camera doesn't want to focus the way I want it to. My reflection is making it all wrong. There we go. That just looks so gross. It's very natural, but it just looks so gross. And she's eating it from the butt first and she's trying to bite her. And I don't think it's being successful in defending itself because of how she's holding it. Oh, he's almost biting her. Nope, can't get a good enough reach. It would really suck to be eaten alive. It's a circle of life. This is what happens. So again, like I said, I did get these from around my neighborhood. Like I said, there are a lot of these. If you look closely in the trees, you look where there's a lot of vegetation, you'll typically find these all over my neighborhood. So by me breeding them and releasing them, it's nothing new to my area. I mean, they do that 10 times more than what I'm doing. So if she does drop another sack, I'll just do what I do again. So yeah, she's holding on to the screen. So I just wanted to give you guys a feed on her, let you guys see her feed. She does, ew, you de-skinned it. This one will eat off of tongs for me, the male not as much. He's still a little skittish and I still want to know what happened to his leg. I don't see it anywhere in the exhibit. So I got some substrate baking. I got some new clean substrate in another tank. The other one is longer than this one. Not as tall, but it's longer, but that'll work either way. So I'm going to get that process started and we'll see you in the next clip. So here is a close-up on the egg sac. And Peter Webster was nice enough to let me know that he has tried breeding these at one point in time and he ended up with 289 of these praying mantis nymphs. Like, that's absurd. So again, that's why I'm going to release them out into the environment where they're typically found like crazy over here, because it's nearly impossible to take care of. But I am going to be purchasing the fruit flies, the golden fruit flies for them as expected. And Pablo's Corner also gave me his little bit of experience with these, and he did the same thing that I want to do, is release them back into nature, where they will thrive. I'm going to keep the female though, but like I said, I am going to let the male go away and do his business and, you know, do what he was meant to do. So if any of you are not subscribed to Peter Webster, please go and do so. He has some awesome content and he is very knowledgeable on what he's doing. And Pablo's Corner is also another great person to watch. So go look them up and subscribe to them. I'm going to get this process going and I'll show you how I'm going to store it. Okay, so what I did is I cut the screen out, because what I like to do is I like to rebuild my screen, my pet screens, every now and then, just to make sure that they're strong, they're safe, and they're durable. And that way, because you know, pet screens from them climbing on it typically they start to fall apart, they start loosening. So I like to redo my pet screens. So by me tearing this out, it's no big deal, because I have 3 more I need to redo for these kind of tanks. I like to rebuild the screens quite often. So yeah, so I'm going to get this up on the lid, let it hang, and I am going to then get it put in the fridge. And I'm hoping this will work for all the research I've done, everything that I've monitored. This will actually prolong the hatching process. And when I'm ready for them to hatch, just pull them out a month or 2 before. So this is October. So if I pull them out approximately in January, by March comes, they'll be ready to hatch. And this is actually some things that people commonly do, because I don't have all the incubators and everything I need. They have to have the proper equipment and all that, which I don't have yet. But if this is successful, I will continue to do it this way. Unfortunately, I just wish I would have caught these guys in the beginning of summer. That would have been awesome. But this is what it is. Let's hope it works. It looks really sweet up close. Okay, so luckily I had this awesome container that my superworms had came in, and I'm able to utilize this for my little eggs. So I'm gonna put this in my fridge. Yeah, this was for the worms. I had to make sure that they're stored at 70 to 80 degrees. But you know what I just realized? It doesn't say Fahrenheit or Celsius, but obviously I think I'm a little more smarter than I think, and I know that this is actually going to be Fahrenheit, not Celsius. And if you do attempt to store them, you have to have a lot of ventilation. So top, sides, they're all over. And then I did it on the bottom, okay? So if you ever do this theory that many people swear by, just make sure there's more than enough ventilation, because it cannot be airtight whatsoever. So she's doing pretty good on her worm. Really good, in fact. So when I pull my babies out to get prepared to hatch them, that's when I will have to monitor the heat and everything extremely close. So that being said and done, time to get this girl in a different exhibit. But first I need to get her sticks out. So we'll see her back in. Alright, so she's pretty calm, and I was able to get everything out while she was in there. So I got her other exhibit set up. Of course, I'll probably get no good picture because of the dang-on glare. So look, that big old belly. This is my finger compared to her. She's 4 inches. Females typically don't fly because of their body, but males will. So now I got to get this girl from here to in the other exhibit, and as you see, she really isn't too keen with being touched. She's soft. Very soft. So I'm going to get her out, and I'm going to get her into her new home. Alright, so she's in her new exhibit, and she never stopped eating once. Not whatsoever. If I was able to multitask a little bit better, I would have had an awesome shot of doing this. She didn't want to let go. She really doesn't like to be touched, but it's not like she's aggressive when I touch her, so that's always a really good benefit. Just chomping away. That must be good, huh, girl? This glare is getting on my nerve. Oh, maybe it was the other exhibits. Daggone it. Nope. I just can't win with these glares today, and I'm really trying to get a good view of her. Maybe. There it is. She's just chomping away. Kind of hope she really doesn't produce another egg sac, but you see that weird movement in her belly? Yeah, that's what she did before she gave birth the last time. Or laid eggs. Whatever. So yeah, I think there's a good possibility I have another egg sac coming. Oh, well over 500-600 babies, yay. But that's exactly what her body was doing before she decided to plast some eggs. And the bad thing is, she does that to this exhibit. I cannot cut this screen. This screen is actually part of it. So maybe I can add a false screen to it. That's what I'm going to have to probably do. I'm going to probably add another screen. So if she does drop any more babies, I can do the same thing. Yeah, I think we got babies making. Oh, goody, goody. All right, on to the next clip. Okay, so here is my male. He's very beautiful. I'm going to attempt to feed him another mealworm. Well, attempt to feed him mealworm. Let me correct myself earlier. He wouldn't take a mealworm at all. I think it's due to the tongs, but I have fed him already. But he needs to eat a little bit more before I let him go. So if he does get eaten while he's out there trying to mate, oops, knocked it off. At least he'll have a full belly before he dies. And then she'll have a full belly. Dang on mealworm. So I just think it has something to do with the tongs, to be honest. So I'm going to try something else with him because he is looking for it. I'm going to actually put the feeder into this catch bowl, and I'm going to put him into the bowl because I got to take him outside either way. So yeah, he's like really big compared to this critter keeper, so I do have it in there. So I'm going to see if he will attempt to take it before I take him outside. Kind of looking forward to seeing him fly off. I've seen him with his wings open a few times. So yeah, he's just like, how am I going to climb? Because he is one leg short, if you see it. Yeah, half of the leg's missing. Still, once I tear this exhibit apart, I'm going to see if I can find that leg. If it's not in there, I'm more than confident that he ate it. What else would he have done? I don't know. He had all of his legs that day, that morning. I come home and yeah, we're a leg short. So we'll see if he'll take it. If not, I'll see you outside. Alright, so we're outside. It's time to let this guy go live out what he was meant to do. There's a lot of female praying mantises around here that probably need to mate. So, time to let this guy go. Come on, buddy. I want to see if he'll fly and take off. I'm actually pretty sure that this guy's lifespan is almost over. Waiting for them wings to open, which I'll probably lose him off camera. And he will probably end up meeting his end. It's unfortunate, but it's a circle of life. Go mate, buddy. There's a lot of females around here that need you. Just please, if you do fly, don't take off on me. Don't land on me. Alright, you guys, thank you very much for watching another one of Wicked Tarantula's videos. I hope your day is awesome. I hope your day is blessed. Make the best of today and every day. You never know when it's going to be the last day. See you guys on the next one. Enjoy. I had to show you guys one last time. He does know where to go. Isn't it amazing how much they can blend in with the tree? You wouldn't see them unless you were intentionally looking for them. Remember, every single bug, insect, arachnid, everything that is made to benefit our ecosystem, our earth, just remember they're beneficial. Don't kill them.